Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we are presenting our group assessment on the agriculture's company. We choose Leong International Berhad as our local company and Ingham'S Group Limited as our international company.
Leong International Berhad is the largest public listed company and a constituent of the main market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. LHI is a holding company and has several subsidiaries such as Leong Food Private Limited. LHI operates 251 farms and hatcheries and also have 656 contract farms across 4 countries, namely Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore and Philippines. The HQ of LHI is located at Jalan Klang Lama, Kuala Lumpur. The principal activities of LHI are poultry business and feed mill business. LHI operated with consumable animals as they involve in chicken production such as broiler chicken and the slaughtering of broiler chicken. LHI also operated with barrow animal as they involve in the production of layer day old chickens and table eggs. The financial year ended for LHI is on 31st December for every year. The financial statement of company and group have been prepared in accordance with Malaysian Financial Reporting Standard, International Financial Reporting Standard and the requirement of Companies Act 2016. The financial statement also has been prepared under the Historical Cost Convention except as disclosed in the Summary of Accounting Policies.
Ingham'S Group Limited, which is public company, is Australia and New Zealand largest integrated poultry producer with a long-standing reputation for quality and service. The business model is vertically integrated and includes 345 facilities and farms across Australia and New Zealand. Ingham'S Group Limited is a holding company and its headquarters is located at North Ryde, New South Wales, Australia. Its main subsidiary is Ingham'S New Zealand Private Limited, which is located at New Zealand. Ingham'S has 2 main areas of operation, which are poultry and stock feed. The company operated with consumable animals as they involve in production and sales of chicken and turkey, a product across primary, free range, value enhanced, further process and ingredient. The financial year ended for Ingham'S Group Limited is on 30th June every year. The financial statement have been prepared in accordance with Australia Accounting Standard and interpretation issued by the Australia Accounting Standard Board AASB and Corporation Act 2001. The consolidated statement comply with International Financial Reporting Standard IFRS adopted by International Accounting Standard Board IASB. The financial statement have been prepared on a historical cost basis except for financial assets and liabilities and certain property, plant and equipment which is measured at fair value. The second one is the asset held for sale, which is measured at the lower of cost or fair value less cost to sell.
LHI recognizes both of the biological asset and agriculture produce according to FAR560. The recognition criteria of FAR560 is: firstly, the entity controls the asset as a result from past event, and then it is probable that future economic benefit associated with the asset will flow to the entity, and lastly, the fair value or cost to the asset can be measured reliably. Other than that, MFRS moment to inventories is also applied by them. Based on that standard, inventory are asset if it is held for sale in the ordinary course of business, in the process of production for such sale, or in the form of material or supply to be consumed in the production process or in the rendering of service. For LHI, biological assets are measured at fair value less cost to sell. Purchase of livestock are directly expensed to profit or loss when incurred. Changes in fair value of biological asset, livestock losses, the carrying amount of livestock depopulation, and the carrying amount of livestock stored are recognized in the statement of comprehensive income within changes in biological asset. And next, for inventory, it is stated at the lower of cost and net realizable value. Cost is determined using the first in and first out method. Cost of purchased inventory are determined after deducting rebates and discount. And lastly, NRV, net realizable value, is the estimated selling price in the ordinary cost of business less the cost of completion and the estimate cost necessary to make the sale.
The measurement of biological asset at fair value less cost to sell of LHI consists of breeder, layer stock, broiler stock, hatching egg and others. The movement of biological asset can be further analyzed as follows, which include breeders, grandparent and parent stock, layers and also broiler.
The measurement of inventory consists of processed chicken and trading stock, poultry feeds, consumable supply, raw material, work in progress and others.
For the disclosure, LHI present its biological asset in the SOFP. They present it under the current asset. However, based on what we had learned in the class, biological asset should be recognized under the NCA based on FAR560. Other than that, the company also record the incremental of biological asset in the statement of cash flow under operating activities.
For recognition, Ingham use Australian Accounting Standard Board, which is AASB 141 Agriculture. Ingham shall recognize its biological asset when and only when the entity controls the assets as a result of past event. It is probable that future economic benefits associated with the asset will flow to the entity and the fair value or cost of the asset can be measured reliably. Under AASB 141 Agriculture, biological assets are recognized at cost less accumulated depreciation. The fair value of biological assets cannot be reliably measured as quoted market prices are not available and it is difficult to estimate the fair value based on the eventual sales price. Depreciation of breeder chickens occurs on an egg-laying basis, with the depreciation representing a portion of the egg cost and subsequently the day-old broiler cost. Biological assets are reclassified as inventory once processed. Under AASB 102 inventories, poultry, feed and other classes of inventories are stated at the lower of cost and net realizable value. Cost comprises all overheads except selling, distribution, general administration and interest. Net realizable value is the estimated selling price in the ordinary cost of business less the estimate cost of completion and the necessary cost to make the sale. For the disclosure, this company disclosed its biological asset according AASB 141 Agriculture and its inventories according AASB 102 inventories. First, the total amount of 117,900,000 Australian dollar consisting breeder, broiler and eggs in the notes to the account are disclosed as biological asset in the SOFP under current asset. Moreover, poultry, feed and other inventories are disclosed as inventories in the SOFP amounted 145,900,000 Australian dollar under ASP 102 inventories. However, based on what we learned in the class, BA should be recognized under non-current asset based on MFRS 141 Agriculture.
As we are analysed both companies, we found several similarities that we want to highlight. First, both companies' main nature of business is poultry and both of them are consumable animals. Secondly, both companies are parent company to the subsidiary. Next, both companies also big in size and have wide network. Both companies are public company where Leong International Berhad listed under Bursa Malaysia while Ingham'S is under Australian Security Exchange. Lastly, both companies disclose their biological asset under their current asset in the statement of financial position. We identify that there are some differences between the both companies. To start, both companies use different financial year ended, where Leong International Berhad financial year end is on 31st December, while Ingham'S is on 30th June every year. Secondly, both companies apply different law for basis of preparation of financial statement, where Leong International Berhad used Company Act 2016 and Ingham used Corporation Act 2001. Next, both companies use different methods in measuring their biological asset, where Leong International Berhad used fair value less cost to sell and Ingham used cost less accumulated depreciation. Lastly, Leong International Berhad operate both consumable and bearer animals, while Ingham only operate on consumable animals. As a conclusion, both companies, Leong International Berhad and Ingham Group Limited, operate consumable animals by using different measurements on the biological asset. However, both of them disclose their biological asset under the current asset. As I mentioned earlier, we should disclose our biological asset in a non-current asset as stated under FAR560.
So I think that's all from us. So thank you so much.